Hey there folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're taking a look at the latest DLC from Train Sim World 2, which is the Midland Main Line. Now this line includes not only two wonderful trains, one being my favourite train, but also the route between Leicester, Derby and Nottingham. And in this one, guys, we are going to be checking out the HST of all things, right? The 125. So we have briefly touched upon this train in the past when I did a Q&A video some time ago, quite a few years ago now actually. But we are going to be driving that train again today. I am very excited because it is the newer version of the 125, so it's the refurb reconditioned one, and yeah, it's going to be slightly different to the previous one. I'm really excited to take a look at this, and I've literally just downloaded the DLC, so I've downloaded it, I'm ready to go. I did have to do a few updates, more than one, to the actual Train Sim World, not only from the actual program itself, but also when I went to launch the program, it wanted to update again. So we've done quite a few updates and downloads, but I'm now ready to jump in. And I think the best way to do this is to just get into the timetable. So I haven't done any of the training yet, none of the scenarios, and I'm literally just going in here. And I think, well, it looks like it started on a good option, London St Pancras to Nottingham, but I actually want to start at Nottingham and work my way to St Pancras, so let's go for this one. So it's going to be the 11:43, so it's about a 29-minute route. Sounds about right for the length of a video, right? Might have to skip a little bit if we get too long, but I think we've got one stop on the outer skirts of Nottingham for this one. It should really show you a timetable. Does anybody know how to bring up a timetable at this point? Because I'd like to be able to see the stops before we actually launch into it. But anyway, we'll get in there. And yeah, like I say, I'm just super excited for this one because it features the 125, the HST. So here we go then, guys. The first look at this train. Look at this, amazing. So what we'll do first is just get the doors open, just so we're not running behind. We'll switch this thing into forward and we will open the doors like that. Wow, look at this. Beautiful paintwork, fantastic. Cameras all over the place. What can you do? Nice shine there on the side. Lovely, lovely stuff. Lovely indeed. I'll tell you what, I would love to jump out and take a look at the actual train itself. Let's take a look actually in the passenger area. Let's see if we can do that very quickly before we've got to go. Here we go. Look at this. Look at the beautiful colours. I think it's fantastic. I love the colourful approach. Obviously the route map there just looks great. I'm sorry I'm rushing a little bit because I don't want to fall behind on schedule. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Okay, let's run back down here. Need to put lights on and things like that. We're in now, we're in. Get this door closed. Nice physical doors to close. Got a few seconds left before we're setting off. What we'll do is we'll bring up the gauge dimmer a little bit and we will turn on the headlights. Like so. Got tail lights. Listen to that engine. Fantastic sound. We're going to be locking the doors now. There we go. We will release the brake over here. As you can see, the brake pressure just coming up now as the brakes are being released. Obviously wipers are off. We have a bunch of other controls. We'll look at those, I guess, as we go. I believe we're ready to go. A quick little toot on the horn. And we will be pulling out of this station now. Oh man, it sounds so good. Sounds far better than the original. A little too much power there. Sounds like a very capable engine. Doesn't sound overworked. Just humming away beautifully in my headphones. I don't know whether you can hear that through the video. Let's ease back a little bit. We've got a 15 mile per hour speed limit. Look at this. Trying not to jerk my mouse too much. It's much smoother to play on controller this game with the camera, but it's much easier to control with the mouse, if that makes any sense. Much more effective to control with the mouse. Get a little speed limit increase. We'll push the power up a bit. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful, I have to say. There's not often that I am genuinely impressed with the modelling and the sound. Even the dirt there on the front of the train, that's something which I think is missing often. There isn't any weathering or anything down the sides, and that would be good to see a bit of dirt down there, a bit of realism with the dirt. But good to see on what appears to be the top, and yeah, nice effect. It's a shame it doesn't actually continue on into the paintwork a little bit, but at least it's on, you know, the bottom part there, the bogies, etc., the underside of the train. I guess East Midland trains might have wanted to keep their livery nice and clean looking. Let's take a quick look at the timetable, if I can actually get my words out. And we are going to be doing a stop at East Midlands Parkway platform 2, and then it looks like we've also got a stop at Leicester platform 3. Okay, there's no mention there of a stop at London, which is a little worrying, but never mind, we'll crack on. We'll get the speed up a bit. I don't think we'll get up to 125 on this run because of the nature of it. I don't think it's a long run, and I don't think there's a great deal of sort of express runs. There may be one or two. I'll have to have a look through the list, but not being able to see where your stops are on that, where you can select your route, makes it a little bit difficult as to whether you're gonna, whether you're gonna have stops or whether you're gonna be able to get up to full speed or not. It would be much better to see that if you could actually just bring up a timetable at that initial stage. But anyway, we won't bang on about that too much. I'm going to be careful about my stops, so hopefully we'll do well, but having not driven this train for a long time, I also can't remember what the keyboard controls are for brakes, although I'm going to try and take a guess. We don't want to push it, do we? We don't want to push our luck and overrun the station. We don't want to spoil a decent video, that's for sure. And off she goes into the distance. Now, I do need to admit, I don't know much about the Leicester area. It's just an area that I rarely visit, if at all. I don't know whether I've ever been there. I can't remember being there, let's put it that way. Although I probably have a few times, without a doubt. But, yeah, I do like the Midlands generally speaking. We're overrunning a little bit there on the speed. And I have found the cab light, at least. Where's the brakes? There we go. Okay, I found the brakes, that's good. We'll ease down a little bit using the semicolon, or is it the colon button, along with a little sort of hyphenated, with a hyphen, that's the correct button. We are slowing down considerably even though the brakes aren't on. Let's make sure they're released. Get a bit of power back on. We certainly don't want to be running late. And being a beginner to this route, I'm sure you can let me off with a little bit of slowness. Does that work? It might be difficult to see that cab light because of the sunlight, although I'm assuming that would work. It certainly did on the other HST, on the GWR run, the London run. Man, that engine just sounds so good. powering through the station. Oh, and the joy of seeing another one at the same time. Oh, that's fantastic. That is amazing. 3.2 miles to go to our stop. And again, guys, I mean, look at that iconic train. Notice the grille there right in the middle. Slightly different. Trying to think as well if the original HST had the 6 lights at the front or 3 at each side. I'm sure we're passing a lot of landmarks here. There's things that you see, please do let me know in the comment section. That would be fantastic. We will ease a little bit of brake on here now. Just knowing what these HSTs are like. They're very heavy. And the brakes on the previous run, the previous model on the original HST model for this train sim world wasn't fantastic with the brakes, so I'm just aware of that. Obviously a little bit of stutter there coming through there. Now there just tend to be a little bit of performance issues with these latest routes, and they do tend to iron them out after the first patch or so. It is a bit of an issue though, I do have to say. I can guarantee you now, if I bring up the stats on my PC, it will not be being thrashed. And therefore, it's a little difficult to understand why these issues occur. There's still a lot of popping, regardless of how high I have the settings. Lots of shadow popping, graphical popping, draw distance issues. Ongoing. They've always been there since the start of Train Sim World, since the very first one. We've had the track being drawn in as you go along. You can actually see it being drawn in front of you. You can see it at the moment just far in the distance there. But yeah, let's see if we can be kind of on time here. Just making sure we don't have any brakes on there. We've got 1.2 miles to go. We're sticking here and we don't have any speed limit restrictions or signal restrictions, so we should arrive just about on time, I think. Although I don't think we'll leave on time. Let's have a look at this bridge. Fantastic. We will try and get better views of that in upcoming videos if we do any more on this route. Oh, look at that light. That looks really good. That looks really good there, I do have to say. And I think a power station up here or colliery, I don't know. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, of what's included with this route. I did watch the 10 features video that Dovetail put out, but I can't remember any of it, so yeah. May have been useful for this video to have, you know, kept an eye on some of that stuff. We're going to be hitting this platform at about 30 miles an hour if we have any hope of stopping. I do have all markers switched off as well, so we're just going off what it says in the top left for our stopping distance. We'll try and get this one right. Don't want to stop just yet, although it looks like it's going to. Come into its own gradual stop. Right, and now we'll stop. A little bit out, about 30 yards out. Get the doors open, let's just take a look, see if we're on the platform. And we are, so I'm going to put that down to a successful stop. And I'm grateful for that as well because, yeah, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know that we don't always have successful stops. That door you can't open. This also is unopenable, so we can't really see much as far as the engine goes. I'm sure there's a way of positioning the camera in there to see what's actually in there. And, yeah, we could try and make that happen, I guess. But for now, we're going to lock the doors. We're going to hit the tracks, so to speak. See if we can move this camera over a bit. Just using my keyboard here to do so. And we will release the brakes. Couldn't really hear those come off there, but never mind. It's such a vintage sound, that. So, you know, if you were around a vintage car, or a car from this era, you would hear that sound. That repurposed engine sounds fantastic, though, I do have to say. Now, you can't really give it the full business until you actually get up to a decent speed, so... Thundering out now. Oh. That is amazing and very realistic as well. Only for us to come back here and only look like we're moving very slowly. Another HST coming. Would be great to see more trains on the tracks though. That's only the second I think we've passed. I'm sure these lines are more busy than this. I mean, I could be wrong. But surely this is worth a visit to the area, right? We do have a stop next at Leicester, platform 3. It does look like that's going to be our last stop, which is odd considering I thought we were going to London, but to be honest with you, I think that London idea is a bit of a, how do we put it? It's a bit of a teaser, which is not going to happen because this route doesn't go that far. So what we end up with is a situation where it's telling us that that would be our destination, but we're not going there. It's kind of like with the original GWR route with the 125, the London, where you come out of oh man, what London station is it that you come out of for that one? It's not King's Cross. Paddington? I'd have to go back and look at it now because it's been that long since I've even looked at that route. But anyway, yeah, if you know in the comment section, do let me know, correct me. But it's like when you come out of there and it says that one of the routes is to Reading or beyond. Was it like one was to Wales? Well, you're never going to go to Wales from that route. It's got a limit to how far you go on that route, so you can't exactly reach your destination. So I think it's the same with this one. Although I would like to see them open up the entire map to make it possible to traverse from one section to another at least, or, you know, in time have a full route. I did make a comment on one of the videos from Dovetail Games just to say, you know, come on guys, please can we have London to Edinburgh? I mean, that would be just amazing, right? A London to Edinburgh route, not only for the length but also for some of the scenery that you see on the east coast as you get up to Edinburgh. I think that would be amazing. If you really want to see what I mean, go and look at a video of a route from anywhere like Berwick-on-Tweed to Edinburgh and see the east coast view of the sea, the cliffs, and just that route, that run, I think is amazing. Yeah, I think that would be fantastic and I would love to see that. Okay, we're getting up there in speed now, 93. Wonderful. Great stuff. Nearly 100 miles an hour now, so yeah, we may reach 120. We'll see. We're pushing hard now. Full throttle, obviously, brakes, everything's open. And this is where this train for me is just coming alive now. Hear the purr of that diesel engine just humming away. engine room light, which is it pointless? I don't really know. Let's see if we can get a camera in there, because we can do that. So maybe if we can try another means. It might be that we can't do it. Yeah, this is more of a boom camera, so you can't really put it in there, unfortunately. This one, I think, would be good if it would let us zoom in a little bit more, but it won't, so try like that. Oh no, accidentally turned the throttle out. So there, that's how you would do it basically, if we could get a bit closer. But that is giving a rather detailed look at this train still. We're doing about 111 miles an hour now, as we're just powering along. Ah, it's starting to rain. We can put our wipers on. Yeah, I do like the dynamic weather on this game. I think it's fantastic. We are going to have to think about slowing down a little bit soon, because we do have. We don't want wash. I was looking for a little bit faster on the wiper speed. Is there a wiper speed switch? Windscreen de-icer, sorry, desk lights. AWS isolation, that is isolated at the moment, although sometimes I do like to play with it, but when I'm doing a video like this I just like to focus on what we're doing. No wiper speed button. Well, I guess we're stuck with super slow, right? We're breaking the speed limit. And there's the other train. I can't remember which one that is now. Too obviously obsessed with the 125. But we've got trucks over here as well, and we will be. I think you can run the 66 on this route, which is no surprise really, considering how many routes you can run the 66 on. It's rather amusing at this point. We've got fan speed. Yeah, lots of things here. Brake test. Yeah, no wiper speed, so we're stuck with this super slow wiper, unfortunately, unless there's a way that I've done it, that could have done it that I didn't see. Certainly dirt being picked up on the front of this train now. Still the livery looks nice and clean. Some dirt on this side. Oh, whoa. Wow, what happened there? We almost got that inside look. The detail here is fantastic. Look at that water. Water effect, rain effect. We slowed down a little bit too much now. Speed up again. Amazing. Amazing stuff, and I am loving this one, that's for sure. Powering on, guys, powering on. And we are now 4.6 miles from our destination, so yeah, we're doing pretty good. Let's take a look again. The rain is still taming down, which is amazing, really. I mean, it does look pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm not going to complain. Let's start to power back a bit, I think. Or power off. And yeah, we'll start to think about slowing down a bit soon. 2.9 miles to go isn't a great distance, to be honest with you. So yeah, a little bit of brakes. It's not going to do any harm at this stage. We are running pretty early, although I'll comment again on that when we actually arrive. 15 minutes to our destination time, 2 miles to go. Seem to be cutting through this now like a hot knife through butter. Yeah, we definitely need some more brakes on here, that's for sure. Got brake position 5 on now with 1 mile to go. Slowing down nicely actually now. Hopefully these brakes will release pretty quickly, because we have come to a very quick slowdown here. Yep, I mean, it's interesting to see how quickly this train does brake compared with the previous HST model in this game. I would think that the GWR HST is also refurbed. Obviously, it's not just going to be the original, is it? I'm pretty sure those are all broken down now. I do wonder if there's any left, actually. We need to be careful here because we've got a red light coming into this stop. So, well, at the end of this platform, we will have a red light, which we don't want to run, that's for sure. Looks fast there, doesn't it? We're still only doing 37 miles an hour, so... See, you can actually see the red light there glaring through the rain, so that's good at least. And brakes on. Nicely on the platform for our lovely customers today. Doors open. We will step up and just take a quick look out here at this lovely rain coming down. What a lovely way to finish. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed that one. I think we'll have a gold medal. Yes, we have. And yeah guys, I'm looking forward to doing more content on this route. I had a great time with that one, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do hit me up with a like if you did, and obviously I'd love it if you subscribe, because I can bring you more content that way. I really hope you enjoyed it guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you again soon.